Asset management has become one of the key to optimizing success in your multifamily. So recently I did a video explaining what multifamily is for my sister, and I decided to share that with every one of us. So now you've bought the property, you now understand what multifamily is. Now it's for you to manage it. What is asset management, which is a very vital role in the multifamily? Why is it important? We've seen recently what has been going on due to inflation and how the Fed has been trying to control inflation by increasing interest rates. In 2023, interest rate was increased 11 times, and that has made operations of multifamily very, very important. So what are the roles of an asset manager in ensuring success on your deal? One of the roles of an asset manager is to recruit one of the backbone, the core person that will be responsible for the day-to-day activities of that property. So who is that person? Who is that most important person the asset manager must recruit on that job? And that person is the property manager. An asset manager must ensure that he has the right property manager on ground to execute his business plan. So some of the roles of an asset manager is for them to optimize performance. So an asset manager and a property manager, they've all created the business plan. Now it's for you to optimize performance. And how do you optimize it? Is by increasing the occupancy of that property, reducing expenses, looking for ways in which the property will perform very well. As an asset manager, you're looking for opportunities to increase the value of the property. So that is one of the roles of an asset manager. So besides you just doing that, you are working alongside with the property manager for tenant retention. You want to ensure that the property is not losing tenants. As much as you want to bring in more people, you are also retaining the ones that are currently on the property. So the asset manager is the one that ensures that the property manager is doing their job towards that. Aside that, an asset manager's role is also to check at market analysis. So you are constantly looking at the market trend. How is it moving? What is going on? How can it impact your deal? Let's say, for example, you have a business plan to exit. You want to either refinance or you want to sell, or maybe foreclosure. That's part of an exit strategy, but it's something we don't really talk about because nobody wants to be foreclosed. So let's assume you plan to exit, which is maybe you plan to refinance in 3 years. So the role of an asset manager is to ensure that the market condition is good for us to refinance. So what are the market conditions that the property manager should be looking at? You will be looking at the interest rate at that point in time. You also be looking at the NOI, the net operating income, how much they have increased the net operating income of that property. You will also be looking at the cap rate of the property and also the appraised value of that property. These are things that the asset manager will be checking out, and the market trend, what's the market saying? And besides just those things I just mentioned, he's also going to be looking at the macro market. What is happening in that market? Are jobs leaving? Is the population increasing or reducing over time? So these are things an asset manager will be checking out over the period of time. Another reason why asset management is key to achieving success in your multifamily deal is because as an asset manager, you should be able to have something called risk management. So you are assessing risk. Like I said, when I was talking about the market analysis, you are always looking at the market, ensuring that you are on top of it. So let me give you an example. There was a deal that came out in 2022. So the owner was looking to sell. The owner wanted 12 million and he got the bid up to 11.5. And that was when the market was up. It was at its peak. People were buying at outrageous prices. He didn't get 12 million, but he got 11.5, which was more than what the value of the property. So as an asset manager, what the asset manager would have done at that time was to convince the investor that it's time for us to sell because the market is at its peak. If we don't take advantage of this, we might not get this offer again. Or if we don't want to sell, let's refinance, get our interest rate lower and move on. But what did the asset manager do? He decided to not to sell, and he decided to increase the rent, and he did not study the market very well. A year after, he decided to sell, and the property was now worth 9 million. Those are part of the risk that you need to avoid as an asset manager. You need to constantly study the market and know when things are changing for you to take the right decision. Because as an asset manager, one of your roles is to take strategic decisions in the asset, in moving it forward. So as an asset manager, one of the roles that I get to do is I'm on top of the financial part of it. So that's financial management. So you want to ensure that you're on top of the rental income, you're on top of the expense management, you're on top of budget, because you have to create budget annually. And if you even need to readjust estate, you have to ensure that that is done. And also you have to be in charge of the financial reporting. Don't forget, you have to report the financial aspect to your investors. So as an asset manager, you are on top of the finances. And not just that, you are ensuring that your budget aligns with your goal, as in your actual, what is happening currently aligns with your goal or aligns with your business plan and also aligns with the budget. So if there's any variance, you as an asset manager will be able to detect by using your key performance indicator. I also have spoken about key performance indicator. As an asset manager, you're supposed to create those key performance indicators and ensure that your financial goals are met. So one of the ways in unlocking success in multifamily through asset management is by value enhancement. So you are constantly looking for ways to increase value on your property. It can be in any form. So you can decide that I want to renovate my unit and push up rent. You can also decide that I want to reposition the property. So we recently purchased a student housing and we decided, because we studied the market, that it was moving more from students to more families. So that means the demographic is changing. So as an asset management, one of our decisions was to reposition the property, that is transitioning from student housing to residential. And that was a call from what we're seeing in the market. As an asset manager, you want to constantly look for opportunities that can enhance the value of that property so that you can give your investors optimal returns. I really want to know, what are you guys doing as an asset manager, or what are the things you are doing to enhance or to achieve success in your multifamily? I hope you enjoyed these few tips on how you can, through asset management, achieve success. Thank you and have a wonderful day.